What's up friends, welcome back to my channel. It is currently Tuesday night and yes, I'm vlogging at night, which I've never done before, but time is of the essence and this is the only time I have available to do it. So please excuse the bad lighting and please excuse my voice because I have a cold and so I sound really clogged up. Not that important. I hope you've had a really nice week and thanks for coming back and joining me. Tonight I really want to talk about inconsistency. I feel like it is one of the most pressing issues that we all experience. Anyone who's on a health and fitness journey or just trying to look after yourself, I think you'll know that trying to maintain this all the time, 24/7, 365 days a year is kind of impossible. I think inconsistency is something that we all experience and something that can actually have quite an effect on our mental health. Now, I'm talking about inconsistency when it comes to weight, fitness level, eating, and mindset. The first thing I want to say on this topic is that inconsistency is normal and it's just a part of being human. There are obviously so many things in life that can contribute to being inconsistent or kind of falling off the bandwagon in terms of your fitness journey. But I genuinely think one of the biggest things that affects our mental health when we are inconsistent, or those times when we're not being the healthiest that we want to be, is social media. Because I do think that it can paint this picture that everyone else out there in the world but you has their shit together 24/7, and it's just not the case. You know, I think with the amount of filters and effects out there these days, anyone can take a pretty average photo and turn it into a perhaps not so true reflection of reality. And the truth is that no one is perfect and we all experience fluctuation and it's just a part of being human. And look, I'll be the first to say that posting a picture of myself on Instagram where I think I look good does give you that instant ego boost. It gives your brain a hit of dopamine, or otherwise known as the feel-good hormone. And I think we're all guilty of it. I think if anyone who's ever had a social media platform and you put anything out there of yourself, you do it in the hope that you get likes and comments and compliments, I guess, unless you're posting, you know, something else that's not of yourself and it's for a different cause. But you know what I mean? If it's something of yourself, I think you can relate to what I'm trying to say. So as much as keeping fit and healthy and maintaining a good mindset are big priorities of mine, I also experience the roller coaster of emotions and the weeks where things just don't go the way I would like them to. In the last 10 days, I have not done a proper workout. I have overindulged and eaten foods that I don't necessarily need just so I could feel a sense of instantaneous pleasure and avoid whatever negative emotion I was trying to avoid, even if it was just boredom. Now, I would never tell you not to eat something just simply because you don't need it. I'm all for maintaining a healthy balance in life, which for me means being and eating healthy majority of the time, but also allowing yourself to eat the indulgent foods and to relax, especially when it's things like holidays, such as Easter, which we just experienced. However, if you're like me, then sometimes you can let go a little bit too much and the overeating and overindulging can turn into a bit of an unhealthy coping mechanism. You know, when you get stuck in a bit of a spiral where you eat something maybe not the best and then you feel a bit guilty, then you feel sluggish, then you don't work out, and then you eat something bad again to feel better. The cycle just repeats itself. Do you know what I'm talking about? Well, that's what I've been experiencing over the last few weeks, and I really just wanted to open up and have a conversation about it because I'm no stranger to this, and I wanted to offer you some advice that helps get me through these times in the hopes that it can help you too. The thing is that our physical health, our mental health, and our nutrition are all very closely linked. So when one of these things goes south, it can tend to pull the other two down with it until you're just kind of in a place where you don't want to be. So to get back on track for me, I really like to focus on one of these three areas and really dial in on it. And then it often helps to bring the other two areas back up until I reach a state of equilibrium again, or balance. So for me, over the last few days, I've chosen to focus on my mental health and my mindset. So to put this into a practical sense, these are the top three things that I've been doing. Number one is meditation. Meditation is essentially when you're allowing yourself to just be present with nothing but your breath and your thoughts. The most amazing thing about meditation for me and from my experience from it is when you allow yourself to be present with nothing else distracting you, you allow your mind to open up and for thoughts to come in that you may have subconsciously been suppressing. And doing this can honestly give you really great insight into some of the reasons as to why you might have been overeating or overindulging in the first place. It's really quite eye-opening. If you are not into meditation or you don't know how to do it or you want to get started on it, I would highly recommend the app called One Giant Mind. I'll leave notes in the description box below about it. But my friend told me about this app, I would say like 2 years ago. And it is just a really user-friendly app if you are new at meditation and want to get into it, and it just guides you through learning how to meditate, and then you can use it every day afterwards. There's a self-timer on it, and I've been using it for 2 years now, and to this day I still use it. I'm obsessed with it. I think it's really helpful if you're looking for the right app or guided meditation to help you get started. Okay, number 2, so the second thing that I've been doing to focus on helping my mindset is trying to reduce the amount of time that I spend on my social media platforms, such as Instagram. I don't know about you guys, but my phone has seriously become like a freaking extension of my arm or my hand. It's always on me or near me, and I take it everywhere with me, like to the bathroom, to the kitchen, like everywhere I go, I seem to just pick up my phone and take it with me. And my friend at work the other day forgot her phone, and she said, I just feel naked. And it's so true. I know you know what I'm talking about. Like when you don't have your phone on you, or if you don't know where it is, you freak out for a second. And I think it's kind of scary how dependent we've become on it. And I think the reason we freak out so much is because our phones these days aren't just designed for their primary use, which is to make a phone call or to send a text message. But I think a lot of us rely on our phones for connection, which we get through social media. And I don't know about you, but for me, I know sometimes I actually rely on the social media and on my phone for connection more than actually just being present with friends and family around me or the person sitting next to me. So honestly, just ditch the superficial connection for a few days, try and be present with the people around you, and as well, get out of nature. Like get the technology out of your face sometimes and just go out in nature, go for a walk, go for a bushwalk, whatever you need to do. It honestly does wonders for your mental health, or at least it does for mine anyway. And number 3, the third thing I've been doing for my mindset is journaling. Now I know journaling, as soon as some of you hear that, you're gonna be like, ugh, I just don't want to do it, I don't get it, I don't know what it is. But okay, this is my recommendation. Sit down, open up a journal, get a piece of paper, and just start writing. You'll be amazed at what's going on in your mind without you even being completely aware. So just start writing literally whatever comes to your mind, and do not judge it. Just empty your mind out completely. And then once you've done that, turn to a fresh new page and set out some intentions for the week ahead. So for example, my 3 intentions that I've set out, the first one is I will exercise 3 times this week, because I think that is a realistic expectation. It's not 6 days a week, and you know, when you're getting back on track, you don't want to set the bar too high, because often that can make you resent that intention and you won't want to do it. The second thing is that when I experience the urge to overeat or to eat something that I don't necessarily need, I'm going to check in with myself and see if there's anything else I can do to help myself in that moment, to maybe move through whatever emotion I'm feeling that I don't want to be feeling, or even if I'm just bored. So instead of turning to that short-term buffer and eating something when I'm not even hungry, I'm going to ask myself the question, is there something I can do to help you right now instead of eating this food? And the third thing is I will drink 2 liters of water every day, because I know from my own experience that when I do this, I feel so much more energized just from being hydrated, and I function so much better at work, at home, in conversations. Everything just flows better when I'm hydrated. So I really want to make that a conscious effort, because I know that when we're not consciously trying to do that, we just can forget about it very easily. So the reason I chose mental health is because I find that when I really dial in and just clean up my thoughts, I naturally feel way more compelled to move my body and to just eat clean, eat better foods, and get myself back on track. And at the end of the day, this is just my experience, but it's helped me a lot over the years, and I really hope it can help you guys too if you're experiencing the same things as me. Telling you, you are not alone. We all go through it, okay? Okay, and speaking of getting back on track with exercise and food, specifically food, I'm currently making, or I'm about to make my lunch for tomorrow. So remember, if you don't plan your meals ahead and map out what you're gonna eat, it can be really hard to make the right decisions in the moment. So I'm making my lunch for tomorrow. I'm making a salad that I love to make. It's easy, delicious. It's the and yeah, so let's jump into that. So I find this salad really fills me up and just keeps me going because it has carbs, which are from the sweet potato, it has protein from the tuna, it has healthy fats from the avocado, and there's fiber in there as well. And then on top, I really love to add, so first of all, I'm gonna add some hummus in because it's delicious. And then we're gonna add some black sesame seeds on top. So I really like to add sesame seeds, not only because I like the flavor, but because they add an extra source of fiber and protein to the salad as well. So what I like to do is just get some of the hummus and then put it on the side like this. And then tomorrow when I'm ready to eat it, I just will mix it in with everything else. And then last thing I like to do for the dressing is I have these little containers. Aren't they just so cute? Just perfect little salad dressing containers. So I like to add some olive oil in here. Just about that much. And then also a little bit of balsamic vinegar just to give it that twang. Voila! Oh wait, oh my god, I forgot one more thing. The most important thing is a chili flakes because I'm obsessed. So I'm just gonna take some of those and put it on top. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap up this video here. One more thing I want to say is please be compassionate with yourself, but at the same time, give yourself small actionable steps that you can take to get yourself back to a better place. You can't just sit around and do nothing. When you do fall off track, you really have to give yourself a bit of a talking to and figure out what you can do to help yourself in these situations. And also remember that 1 or 2 weeks of bad eating and not exercising will not undo all of your hard work. So just remember to keep that perspective. I would really love to hear from you guys if this has helped you, or just if you have your own thoughts on the topic and you want to have a bit of a conversation. So please comment below and let me know, or you can reach out to me on my Instagram, which is @MimiWatts. And yeah, that is it for now, guys. Have a beautiful week and take care of yourself, and I'll see you next Thursday.